Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at Muddy Thumper. So I'm going to tackle this project. So if you guys have been following the channel, if you're one of the subscribers, you might have seen this Argo that I picked up not that long ago. She is back in the shed with me again. So this machine, I gave this one to my father, and because he wanted a reliable machine. This was reliable, and now we have another problem. The fuel pump seems to be dead on it because you can fill the carb up. You can give her fuel that way, but she's not hauling fuel from the tank, so she's only running temporarily and breaking down. I haven't done a fuel pump swap on one of these. I have a feeling it's not going to be fun, but we're going to learn here today, guys. So if you're new to the channel, feel free to drop a like and a subscribe, and appreciate you dropping by. So let's learn how to do a fuel pump. This is, or swap one out, this is an 87, I think, or maybe 86. She has the Magnum, which is a Kohler engine, 18 horsepower. And down right here, that's where the fuel pump is too. So I have a feeling that that shroud needs to come off because it's a mechanical pump. As you can see, I'm all ready to go. I actually got different fuel pumps. I think this is the mechanical one. Yeah, that's the mechanical one. And we got two electric ones. So if this doesn't work out, she's getting electric conversion and getting fuel that way. But other than that, she's a great machine. So let's get to it, guys. I'm going to stop yapping and we'll get some work done. Okay, guys, so I'm just showing you where the fuel pump is. It's hiding down right here. This is my replacement unit. I bought it on Amazon. You can see it has a little mechanism. I'm pretty sure it's going to run off the camshaft and it's supposed to draw fuel in and out. I got a bunch of adapters, a little fuel pump. The only bad part, or part that kind of sucks, is the location. Because if we look down, this is literally just the top. The fuel pump is actually bolted on or screwed on this way. So I'm gonna go ahead, try to limit the amount of stuff that gotta come off this engine, just to make it easier for myself. I really don't want to haul everything apart. But let's see what we can do. The ground right here, fuel pump there. You can see we got a couple bolts. I'll just see if I can take a few bolts off and bend that cover back just enough so I can try to get room to go on that way. Let's see what we can do here now. Okay guys, so I got that little cover off. You can kind of see it down here. I think if I just take enough off the top and fold that flap back, then I should have enough room to get a screwdriver or something down in here. But if I go around on the other side, if you look down right here, you see right there, look, that's a screw. So there's one screw here, one on the other side. So it's not too bad, but especially if I can get this shroud out of the way. So, see if we can position this light. I literally have my light just hung on a rafter. Alright, let's see if we can get this off here. Now we'll crank on. Okay guys, so as you can see, I only really took off the top because this flexes. So if I get that spark plug out, just put the spark plug back in, make sure nothing gets down in the cylinder. This is going to fold back just enough so I can get access to those two screws. Because as you can see on the old one, well, this is actually a new one, I mean to say, try to get the screws that are down there, and then we should be able to get this new one back in there. So hopefully that works. I don't know if I have a whole lot of faith in this Amazon jobby. I will update you guys on the channel if it fails. So guys, it looks a little hard to see, but I think it's actually a big, large Phillips. Just a star point Phillips. So I'm gonna have a go at it now, see if I can get one of those screws. As you can tell, it's in an awkward of a spot. So, the screwdriver is definitely too big, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna need a smaller one. If not, I'm using a ratchet with a Phillips bit. And taping it all together, of course, because if not, everything's going to go flying down below. Okay, it might not look the prettiest, but I got a screwdriver with a bit, and I got it all taped together because I really don't want nothing falling down below in the engine. I need to empty the water out of this thing. She was sitting outside and got some water in her. Alright, let's see if I can get this out. It is a fun spot, that's for sure. Okay, same thing. Now we have a ratchet. Let's try this out. As you can tell, it is a bit funky for it to get down here. It's definitely doable. Okay, it's moving. The other one, I can't even see it really. Kind of almost want to take that shroud off, but try not to do that. Okay guys, I just came up with a little idea, because this is a little dicey and a little bit difficult. But as you can see, I stuffed 3 rags in right here. So if those screws fall down, they're going to land on top of that rag, as opposed to going down there into Neverland, basically. So little tip. I counted 3 rags, so that means 3 has to come back out when I got this swapped out. So if you do the same, don't leave any rags down below. Alright guys, let's go ahead now, pop these screws out and take out this pump. So as you can see guys, it's starting to come out already. It's pretty much out. So I'm just going to go ahead and wiggle that out. You can see the little plunger down there that sits on the cam. So yeah, not too bad. I'm pretty impressed I never actually lost any screws and this came out. This was under in there a long time. You can see the fuel coming out of it. This hose was stuck on pretty bad. Stop dripping it on this. That's all it is, a little mechanically driven pump. Every time that goes up and down, that little rod there, just touching below my thumb. Every time it goes up and down, that basically draws fuel into a diaphragm. You can see it has a directional arrow on it as well. Alright guys, let's go ahead, see what we got in the package. Try to get a similar setup like this, and we'll stick it back together, and we'll see if this thing will actually run. Okay guys, I want to show you in case you bought one of these pumps. So, here's the old one. It is a plastic housing as well. So, I'm not a big fan of those, but here's the new one right here. So this is, you can get these off Amazon or wherever online. They're supposed to be a replacement. I'm not sure if they're going to be any good or not. I will let you guys know if it fails. But what's kind of important, you see these little tabs in right here? They correspond with that little notch on these fittings. So what you have to do, you have to press the sides together, and then that opens up like an O. It has to go all the way in, so you had to put it all the way in, and that way it'll actually seal on the O-ring. If you try to do it any other way, it'll push the O-ring off. You can't just go over here and jam it in there. You're supposed to squeeze them on the sides. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to, because I don't have anyone here to help me here today, I'm just going to slightly place it in my vise, not tight at all, because I don't want to squeeze that plastic housing. And then I'm going to get 2 screwdrivers and just push it together and push it in, because we need this to open. So make sure you do that right, because that O-ring right here, that's what's sealing. So if you do it wrong, you're going to get a big nasty leak, and where that's to down in the engine, you don't want no fire hazards. So make sure you get that dealt with. Okay guys, so I literally just screwed on the fuel pump again and just put the 2 screws back in. It is a little difficult to reach, so if you're having a hard time, just pull off the intake manifold with the carburetor on it, and that should open up a lot more room. I managed to do it the way it was, just put the 2 Phillips screws back in, 1 on each side, and then I put the fuel lines on and then just button everything up. So the Argo is now running better than it ever has, even since I bought it. It used to be hard to start, now it's easy to start, so that means that fuel pump was on the way out for a long time. Alright guys, hopefully you found the video helpful. If you have any questions, drop it down below. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you guys again.